Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Jacobs from Ooh La La Spa, Anti-Aging and Wellness in Glen Carbon, Illinois. But today I am in beautiful sunny California with one of my favorite people on the entire earth is Dr. Rahul Mehta with SkinMedica. So hi.
Hi, it is so nice to see you again.
You too. So tell everybody who you are and what your title is, and then we'll get into the good stuff.
I'm Rahul Mehta, I'm Vice President of Research and Development for SkinMedica.
Okay. Really? He's the brains behind the operation. He is the brains behind our whole SkinMedica brand. And if you've ever watched one of my videos before, you know that I am a true believer and truly in love with the SkinMedica products because of the results that we get with it. So it's the product is for anti-aging, but it's also for correction and protection. And there's just so much more than just anti-aging. So
that's right. I mean, anti-aging is a terminology that's not being used as much now. We want to make sure that it is a skin health and skin wellness is what's important. So you don't want to turn the clock back. You want to make sure that the skin is perfectly healthy for your age, and then it looks flawless.
So we're talking skin rejuvenation, we're talking skin health. So just like you would go to the gym to have a healthy body, we really want to take care of our skin to have healthy skin. And I think that falls in line with my philosophy. It always has. I mean, our clinic has always been a preventive type of medical clinic. And then when I brought in aesthetics, that's what we tend to go towards because that's really what we want. We want to look great, but we want to be healthy while we do it. So one of the things at this conference that we are talking about a lot is my new favorite friend, and that is our TNS Advanced Serum. See it? So before we get into this one, let's talk about our original TNS Essential Serum because it's still an outstanding product.
Absolutely, yes. So as you know, TNS was launched 12 years ago, TNS Essential Serum, and it's still one of our top selling products. And I think we have said this before, in the industry, products change every few years because most of them don't work.
Right.
This hasn't changed in 12 years and it's still people use it because it works for them.
It absolutely does.
So it was a challenge for us when we wanted to improve on this. And that's why it took us about 4 years of research to find something that does better than TNS Essential Serum. And that's why we came up with this new product. What we've done over the past 6 to 12 months is also changed our philosophy on targeting what causes the symptoms of aging. Not just the symptoms of that you see on the skin, not fine lines and wrinkles, but what's causing it. So you go into hallmarks of aging. These are biological processes that cause aging. And then we target each one of those, and that gives us the health part of the skincare that we need. And that's what we try to do with this new product and all of our products going forward. I think you heard the word rejuvenation.
I love that, yes, right. Rejuvenation, right. Yes.
So you want to make sure that you're stopping all the damage from occurring by keeping the skin healthy. And so after you do the correction of whatever that you're correcting, it will be much easier to maintain.
So we're finding the problem, we're fixing the problem, and preventing the other problems from coming. And obviously, that's what we should be doing. I mean, instead of putting a Band-Aid on it, and a lot of people think, oh, well, I use over-the-counter stuff, and my skin looks good because I'm moisturized, or I'm using the right cleanser. So let's take a step back and talk about the difference between SkinMedica products and over-the-counter products.
So one of the biggest difference that we have seen or we have put into place is really how much effort we put in studying the products. Mm-hmm. We spend a lot of time doing and money doing clinical studies. I mean, you can see on this banner, we have today done about 69 clinical studies that are published. These are peer-reviewed publications. We are up to 185 clinical studies on SkinMedica products since 2001. This is unheard of in skincare, and we do that because we want to make sure that the products are actually working in several different situations. So we try to study in multiple different types of patient population, multiple different conditions, multiple different areas of the country or the world. I mean, we've done studies all over the world to make sure that when you get the products in your office and when you give it to your patient, you have full confidence that this is going to work.
Right. And when you're spending money on something, anything, food, exercise, I mean, whatever, you want to make sure that you're going to enjoy it and it's going to work. You know, you don't want to just go out and throw money in the wind. You want to buy products that you know will actually change the physiology of the skin, will actually stimulate collagen elast or whatever we're trying to do with whichever product. So that's why I choose SkinMedica, and I've been using it for 10 years now, and there's no other product out there like it, truly. So we'll go back to our TNS, which is what, you know, the biggest flagship product, and we said that you had a hard time figuring out how to improve upon that because it's just so good.
Yes.
So what brought you to this little beauty?
It took us a lot of time to figure out. So first it is the growth factor blend itself. TNS has a growth factor blend that comes from fibroblasts, our skin cells, that make growth factors that keep skin healthy. After TNS was invented, the inventor of TNS, Dr. Gail Norton, who you heard from today, continued research on the process of manufacturing TNS, and she came up with a new blend that is now stronger than original TNS. It covers more biological pathways. It's not only just helping extracellular matrix, but also helping with stem cells, helping with epidermal cells, the outside of the skin. When you combine that with a completely new second chamber, you know, in TNS Essential Serum we have antioxidants. In the new product, TNS Advanced Plus, we actually used not so much antioxidants for prevention, but use botanicals and marine extracts that actually help with rejuvenation of the skin and work synergistically with the growth factor blend. And the results that you saw today that's the real difference in the clinical results. TNS Essential Serum takes about 4 to 6 to 8 weeks to work to start seeing effect. The new product Advanced Plus, you start seeing effects in as early as 2 weeks.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm pretty sure that I saw results overnight.
So it's very important for a product to provide instant benefit.
Yes.
Because you want patients to keep using it. In reality, all changes take time.
Right.
By what we have figured out is that there are certain things we can change in the skin that will show results much faster. And that's what we start putting in. HA5 is one of those.
Yes.
Lumivive the same way. So we have figured out how to get the effects of the products early on. And then you still need the long time. You still need 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks for more stubborn changes to happen in the skin. And so we have a product that shows instant benefit, short-term benefits, and then long-term benefits.
Right. So you talked about the 2 different chambers, and if you can, the interesting thing is you can't see the clear chamber here in our lighting. Right. Our lighting is not as good, but in the established TNS Essential Serum, we have a red chamber, which are our growth factors, and then we have the cream color,
chamber,
and that one has our peptides, antioxidants, and a little bit of lightening and brightening. So the great thing about this one, which if you're a huge TNS fan, I personally don't smell it anymore, but some people don't love the smell of the TNS Essential Serum. So our new product doesn't have the smell, and as you can see, it doesn't have the color either. And that has to do with stability and...
It's how it is manufactured. The manufacturing process has changed a lot in the past 20 years, and so we are using the most advanced manufacturing process that allows us to not have color and not have the smell in the product, which is huge for some patients.
It is, and I mean, like I said, I don't smell it. It does not bother me at all. But we do have patients who say, "Oh my gosh, they'll be so thrilled to know." What I also love is that it looks the same but just different colors. It's just so pretty, and that's what I like about all of the bottles. I know that sounds crazy, but really, when we talked about today, it's about the patient experience, and it's about the look of a product too, not just the feel and everything.
It's the whole experience.
It is, and as you said, we want to see results. We want to see them now.
Right.
I mean, that's how all of us are, and it's hard to, with the TNS Essential Serum, we definitely will see some results within 3 to 4 weeks when patients come back for follow-up, but it really does take a good 12 weeks to see the biggest benefit of it all. And I think the beauty of this little guy is that we're going to see the results even faster.
Yes, and I think that one of the biggest differences, sometimes you need 2 bottles of essential serum to see results. You're going to see results with 1 bottle.
With 1. And then once you see the results, obviously you're going to be in love and you're never going to, put it down. So just to recap, this is our oldie but goodie. It's established. It's not going anywhere. We absolutely love it. This one is a little bit faster acting, and it's mid-April is what the launch date for this is planned for. So we will have it in the office as fast as I can get my hands on it. But let's just go through some other newer products that we just launched. Instant Bright.
Instant Bright.
Oh my gosh, that one! I don't even know how many we've gone through. Everybody loves Instant Bright. So Instant Bright is our new eye cream, and tell me about that.
So Instant Bright, again, it was one of the products that it took us about 3 years to develop, because under eye circles are very difficult to treat. There are several different causes of under eye circle. Pigmentation is one of those. You have blood circulation inside, venous blood that pools. There's also shadowing, and then thin skin. So what we started, the way we designed the product is that it addresses all the different pieces of puzzle that lead to under eye circle. And again, these are under eye circles are different in different skin type.
Right.
Lighter skin type patients have less melanin related, more pigment, more vascular, whereas darker skin patients have more melanin related dark circles.
Okay.
And so this product actually takes care of all the different types of dark circles.
Nice.
So that's one part of it. And the second part is puffiness. So we are talking about fat accumulation, fat, but if you have edema, a type of accumulation in the eye, there are special ingredients that help clear the puffiness overnight. And so as you use it, there's a lot of before and after pictures that show reduction in that puffiness.
Okay. Helps with fine lines and wrinkles as well. And
fine lines and wrinkles, pigmentation,
and puffiness. And you can use it all the way around, so you're going to probably see some skin tightening.
So probably, yes. This is one of the only eye products that we know that is tested on the upper eyelid. So our clinical studies actually included application on the upper eyelid, so you can have some benefit of the upper eyelid laxity and lines.
And that's a big problem. My patients ask all the time, what can I do? And we can't put our essential, we can't do our light hair on our HA, and so this is great. Our patients are loving it. I mean, they're absolutely loving it. It was it's priced right, and it's flying out the door at our clinic. I mean, we went through our first batch as fast as we got it in, and we were already on the next one.
Great.
So love it. And it also has hydrogel masks. That you can use, was it 2-3 times a week?
So it's 2 to 3 times a week. They're really designed to provide hydration.
Okay.
It does have some botanical extracts that help with hydrating the skin, and using that in combination with the instant eye gel, you get significant more benefits over time.
Okay. So let's talk now about Diamond Glow.
Diamond Glow, yes.
Yes, so this is a treatment that I just brought in my office, and I am so in love with it. And I think most of my patients are so in love with it. Once you try it, you are just like, I can't stop. And it's so funny, when I did my video a couple weeks ago about the Diamond Glow, she was done. And I'm like, I say it in the video, I'm like, you're done? Are you sure? It's just such a nice, relaxing treatment.
It's quick treatment. It is, it's very flexible. You can customize it to people's need based on the skin condition. And how many times you're doing it. So first time you can have milder setting. As you do it every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you can increase the setting till you are getting the results that you want. It really is what differentiates it from everything else in the market is the diamonds. These are diamond microdermabrasion handpiece that, while it is abrading the skin, is also infusing it with hydration and infusing it with other actives, and then extracting things from the skin as well. So it's 3 things. It's exfoliation, extraction, and infusion, and that happens simultaneously. The thinking is that when you extract, you are opening up the pores of the skin, and skin is very receptive at that time to things that you're applying on. And so if you have, it comes with 4 different serums: antioxidant, hydration, pigmentation, and for acne-prone skin. And so the botanicals and peptides that are in those products would benefit the skin much better when it is freshly extracted.
And we're having amazing results with the hydration, of course, that's the most common, but with acne patients.
Yes.
I mean, amazing results. And then when you marry the take-home products,
Yes.
and you do these treatments, and you can do them every 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks,
Right.
And then in between that you can use take-home products. So we have regimen now that are pairing the Diamond Glow procedure with SkinMedica products, and when you combine them, you see the continuum of results. And some people do it 6 to 10 series, and then use products in between.
Right. And I think the key to doing any kind of procedure, treatment, anything, you need to have a good skincare that's going to continue the process at home, and that's what we're calling the take-home treatment.
The take-home treatment.
Yes. And I always say when patients come in and maybe they don't want to jump right into, say, skin resurfacing or chemical peels or even injectables, I mean, really anything. I always say start with skincare. And when I'm saying skincare, I'm saying SkinMedica skincare because we know we're going to see the results with it. And I think that I'll say to patients all the time, like, don't do this, invest your money here because you're going to see such change in your skin. And that's, in the end, that's what we all want, that healthy skin, that healthy glow.
And then once you have the healthy skin, the other things that you do on it, whether it's injectables or other things, you get much better results.
Right, and they'll last longer. I mean, that's the beauty of it. And I think thinking of your skin as a complete picture, and we have to start with skincare. Then we need our collagen stimulation, and then we have our Diamond Glow in there that's extracting and infusing and doing all of those things. And then you can get into the injectables and then, of course, nutrition along with that. So that's always my philosophy, is creating a whole treatment plan to give the best results possible. I don't want to let you go until we talk a little bit about Lumivive. I know we talked about it last time, but I am so in love with that product. And it took a little while for me to even try it, to be quite honest. And once I started it, and I'll tell you why it took me a while, because it's an AM and a PM serum.
Yes.
And I sometimes don't do my PM as much as I should, but since I've been on Lumi and I saw the results 2 to 3 weeks, I saw my skin glowing, I saw incredible results. It motivates me to do the evening. And our friend Color Science has hydrating wipes.
Yes.
And that has been a life changer. And I feel like everybody who is not as good about their evening, if we get the hydrating wipes, then you can wipe it off, and then we have a very easy way to do that PM. So let's talk about the benefits of Lumivive.
So Lumivive is what I call it. It's a total antioxidant.
Okay.
The way skin gets damaged by oxidation is 2 things, right? One is external. You get exposed to UV light, you get exposed to pollution, and you get exposed to a lot of other things during the daytime when you're outside. To protect from that, you need something that works on the outside of the skin. So that's what the day product does. It's a combination of very strong antioxidants that provide protection on the outside from what's damaging your skin.
Okay.
That's during the daytime. Now, at nighttime, even though you are not exposed to UV or as much pollution, there's still a lot of oxidative damage happening to the skin, and that happens from the inside.
Okay.
The mitochondria in the skin that are the energy sources are also sources of free radicals. And so during the nighttime, you are getting bombarded by free radicals from inside your skin. Putting things on the outside doesn't help with that, and so that's why we have the Lumivive PM that actually helps the skin induce its own antioxidant defense.
Okay.
And by doing that, so you're providing protection from outside, and then you're stimulating your own antioxidant defense at nighttime. That's why you need the day and night.
And I believe you said last time we spoke that if you had to pick one, the PM was actually, we're not picking one. I'm just saying if you have to pick one, the PM is such an amazing product because it is healing and protecting from the inside out.
The PM is really unique. There's nothing like that out there that actually induces your own antioxidant enzymes and detoxification enzymes. That is irreplaceable. There's nothing out there that can replace it.
And so that is another motivating factor to use the PM because of what it's doing. Because a lot of people will say, well, I mean, I'm using the AM and I'm just not getting around the PM. So we go into the science behind it and why you have to use the PM. And I think if people understand what the products do, then they can understand why they need them and how to use them. And again, when we talked the last time, I remember we had all of the products out in front of us, and and I said, well, okay, if you have to pick one, and you can't, I mean, because they all do different things.
Yes.
But I do believe this will be the front runner in
that
the
is
picking
the front
one.
runner, and then if you have this and Lumivive and a good sunscreen,
And a good sunscreen, yes.
that should do it for most people. And
Yes.
then depending on the skin's condition, you can add retinoids, you can add other things, you can add Litera if the pigmentation issue, but you can start with this as the base and then expand it with other products as needed.
Right, and you said antioxidants a minute ago, and it's not your old school antioxidants.
It's not your vitamin C,
Right,
for example.
right.
It's vitamin C is 30 years old. There are lots of new antioxidants that are available now that are stronger, that are highly targeted towards the type of damage that occurs now. Vitamin C is great, it still works, but I think it probably works better as an internal antioxidant if you're taking supplements. Topically applied vitamin C either does not penetrate the skin if it's not at the right pH, or if it is at a right pH of about 1.5 to 2, which is actually stronger, more acidic than your chemical peel.
Oh,
You need it that acidic for it to penetrate the skin.
wow.
But once you apply it, and if you put a second layer of something else on top of it, whether it's your moisturizer or your sunscreen, that vitamin C stops penetrating because the pH goes up and it doesn't go in anymore. So L-ascorbic acid is something that you it's great, probably better internally than externally.
Okay.
And that's why we have these newer antioxidants that we have a lot of data to show that it works when you apply outside.
Right. So since we're talking about the high impact antioxidants, let's talk about TDNR.
Yes.
Because you said we need a sunscreen, and I don't really like to call TDNR a sunscreen. However, it is, but it's jam packed with all these antioxidants.
So TDNR was developed more as an antioxidant, protection product. It was 6 or 7 years ago now. So
Can't believe that.
Yeah. And that's actually a precursor to Lumivive. We expanded on the technology in TDNR to further add more potent antioxidant to create Lumivive. We did remove sunscreen because sunscreens are very hard to stabilize and everything. So that's why Lumivive doesn't have sunscreen. You do need protection on top of that.
Right.
But TDNR as your starting anti-aging product it has everything you need. It has the antioxidants that's going to provide protection. We have seen reparative benefits in the clinical study. We see reduction in fine lines and wrinkles with that. And then sunscreen, of course, that provides the protection from UV light that is a must.
Right, and then again, great price point. So I learned this from you or from Dr. Chang. I'm sure that it's the inexpensive anti-aging product that happens to have sunscreen in it.
That's
which
exactly right.
Sunscreen is the number one product that we need to protect our skin and to prevent wrinkles. I mean, it's the bottom line. You need a sunscreen. I was going somewhere with that, but I forgot. But anyway, we know we need that sunscreen, and I'm glad you said that. And so I think TDNR is an excellent option. What I love about Lumi is that the skin glows and that the brown spots actually do improve, even though I think we talked last time that there really isn't anything targeted for...
So that's why I think when you're improving skin's health by using antioxidants, other things get better.
Yes.
And we are actually doing some clinical studies right now where we combine Lumivive with Litera 2.0.
Yes.
And we have seen really great results in dark skin patients with those. So we'll be publishing that soon.
Oh,
but
good.
that's a very good combination. If Litera itself is not sufficient, adding Lumivive makes it much better.
And I just started a medication actually on Lumi, Litera, and a sunscreen.
Right.
Because he wasn't ready to do any treatments because he didn't want any downtime. I said, well, let's do this. And so he's my own little test patient.
Okay,
and I mean, we have a lot of patients on both products, but he really, this is the first time ever doing anything for his skin. And
We'd love to see the pictures.
Yes, absolutely. And he said, he lived in California, so of course no sunscreen, and now he's paying the price. So the bottom line is that we need healthy skin. we need to use the right products that are going to create healthy skin, because there are a lot of products out there that actually hurt your skin.
Yes.
And patients spend money on those all the time, and I have to be nice, and so I don't want to be like, what are you doing? But it's all about education.
Right.
And it's about educating every single one of you on which products that you need. Yes, we would love to have you on all of them, but you don't need all of them. It's really based on your needs.
Everybody has different needs. You start with one basic antioxidant and sunscreen type of product, and then add more as needed. There's no reason to use all of them.
Right.
But the beauty about SkinMedica's product is that we do a lot of regimen testing. We have in one clinical study we tested 6 products applied on top of each other for 6 months, and that shows that all of these products can work together,
right,
and you do provide significant benefit.
Right, and I think that's important to note too, because a lot of patients come in on other products,
right,
and that's okay for the cleansers and the moisturizers, but not when you're trying to add the treatment. Right. Right. So I just realized that you're wearing a black jacket and I'm wearing white. So you're evil and I'm good, I think is what it is. But not that this is evil by any means. But I applaud SkinMedica. I applaud Allergan. I applaud you for creating products that create the healthy skin that we are all looking for.
We enjoy doing that as well.
And I always say that, everybody has a favorite day of the year. Maybe it's Christmas, maybe it's your birthday, but my favorite day is when I get to come out here and talk to you. I learn so much, and I really feel good about what I'm doing and educating my patients and providing the best care that I possibly can.
And then we are glad we are here to help you with that.
So, all right, any closing words?
No, I think the key to using skincare products is making sure that you have data on the activity of the product, that it actually works for your patient. And so look for clinical studies when you're looking at products to use.
Right, and you definitely
and
have
you definitely do
the most, and something that you said, or somebody said earlier today, was that we spend more on R&D than most companies make in a year. And
that is correct.
And that's impressive. I mean,
yes.
that is really
impressive. We are very fortunate with Allergan. We're able to do really good studies, and that's because of the strong scientific background Allergan has and the support that we get from Allergan's management.
Yes, so it's awesome. So if you have any questions, we offer consultations where you can come in, we take a Visia photo, we look at the health of your skin, and then we make recommendations, treatment recommendations, starting with skincare, as I said, and then we can go into Diamond Glow or into some of our other treatments. So give us a call at 618-288-9117, and as always, I appreciate every second of your time, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We enjoy your company here every time you're here.
So, all right, cheers.